We ended up with the wettest Valentine's Day on record. Ended up with over an inch of rain. Some spots ended up with a couple of inches, but so far for the month of February, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, it was all good.
Yes, so for the year, we've actually had a little over 2 inches of rain, but for now, we are still below normal by 1.64. Now, this winter, we've had 2.32 inches of rain, which puts us at almost 4.5 inches below normal. But we are no longer the top 10 driest, which is great. So we do have actually some rain in the forecast, but chances at this point don't look all that great in the near term. Right now, it's gorgeous outside. Certainly no chance of rain anytime soon. We do have absolutely clear skies. Temperatures are in the low 70s, a little breezy. That wind's been out of the south, helping to warm us up. We're at 73 degrees in McKinney, 72 in Fort Worth, 67 in Terrell, but we've got 81 degrees over in Breckenridge and 77 right now in Eastland. Satellite and radar, again, very quiet. We've got clear skies right now. Started out with some fog early this morning. It was very isolated, though. But you can see out to the west that clouds are headed our way. I think they do get here overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. So as we go throughout the day tomorrow, we will see a little bit more cloud cover. We're going to call it partly cloudy, but temperatures still climb into the 70s. In fact, we're keeping the 70s around on Wednesday, despite the fact that we will see partly cloudy skies again. Now on Thursday, I think we still see partly cloudy skies, but we are tracking a cold front that day. At this point, it looks like the cold front's going to come through sometime early Thursday morning at DFW around 9 o'clock in the morning. But this cold front would be coming in dry. In fact, the colder air doesn't really arrive until we get into Friday. And we're not talking terribly cold. We're talking temperatures actually just dropping down into the 60s, so staying above normal. So Thursday looks dry, but by the time we get into Friday, we do have at least a chance of rain. Right now, that chance isn't all that great, and not all the data brings in the chance of rain. But for now, we're to keep about a 10% coverage because some data obviously does bring in that chance. But right now, the overall coverage looks to be pretty low. We clear out for the weekend, but temperatures go down for the weekend as well. So for tomorrow, we're going to see a little bit more cloud cover, but temperatures should be a little bit warmer. We're looking for a high of about 75 in Dallas, 74 in Fort Worth, 79 in Decatur, and 80 tomorrow in Granbury. You're also going to notice the wind. So for this evening, a little breezy at times, but the wind starts to pick up overnight tonight. So by tomorrow morning, this wind, it's going to be out of the south between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. But during the day tomorrow, we're talking about 15 to 25 miles an hour with isolated gusts around 30. So a little bit more windy tomorrow afternoon. As we get into tomorrow evening, still breezy, but the wind gusts do subside a little bit. So for tonight, mostly clear, cool. I think we see a little bit more cloud cover by early tomorrow morning. Temperatures drop down into the low 50s. But tomorrow afternoon, we're looking partly sunny and warmer, 75 degrees and a little windy at times, more so later in the afternoon. Now on Wednesday, partly cloudy, temperatures still going up. So mid 70s that day. We've got upper 70s on Thursday. That wind's going to be out of the northwest behind the cold front, but temperatures don't really drop until we get to Friday. That's also the day we have a very low chance of rain. Next weekend looks a little bit cooler, mid 60s at this point on Saturday, but I do have 50s in the forecast by the end of the weekend, and those 50s, they hang around for a couple of days. Looking at the second half of that 14 day, it looks very quiet. We see some 60s, we see some 70s, but we also don't have any chance of rain on that second half.